I'm reviewing a World Scenics Pro Grass Micro Static Grass Applicator on Ron's Trains and Things right now. Hi, I'm Ron of Ron's Trains and Things, and if you'd like to see more model railroad tips, tools, and techniques, then be sure and subscribe down below and click that little bell icon so you can catch future videos. From time to time on my channel, I'm contacted by various manufacturers asking me if I would be interested in reviewing or using some of their products on my channel. My response is always the same. If it's a product that I think my viewers would be interested in, and if they're willing to allow me to do an honest review, then I might be interested in reviewing their product. Well, recently I was contacted by World Scenics, a British company, asking if I would be interested in trying out their static grass applicator, using it on my channel and giving it a review. Well, that obviously is something that model railroaders would be interested in, and when I told them I would only do an honest review, they were more than willing to agree to that. So today we're going to do exactly that. I'm going to introduce you to the World Scenics Static Pro Micro Static Grass Applicator. Now, World Scenics, as I said, is a British company that carries a full line of various scenery tools and materials. It's a manufacturer that you would probably be interested in checking out. I'm going to tell you a little more about how you can do that towards the end of this video. But for now, let's head over to the workbench. I'm going to introduce you to this static grass applicator, and then we're going to give it a try and see how it works. The product we're looking at today is the ProGrass Micro Static Grass Applicator from World Scenics. Now, World Scenics is a British company that's based in the UK, and they make a large variety of scenery materials, including static grass and applicators, but many other scenery making materials for a variety of hobbies, including model railroading, but also for wargaming, for military modeling, for fantasy modeling, and many other areas of modeling where you use scenery. And they have a fantastic array of different kinds of products. They sent me the ProGrass Micro to try out, and I'm going to do that today and show you and share with you my results and my thoughts on this particular tool. Now, the ProGrass Micro is a battery-based static grass applicator, and I have used both battery-based and I've used those that plug into the wall. I've only ever had one battery-based one, and my thought on the one I had before was that it was a little underpowered sometimes, especially as the batteries began to lose a little bit of strength, which in that case happened pretty quickly. But we're going to see how things work with this one from World Scenics. I think it may well work better. Now I want to take a look at this here at the workbench before we try it out. First of all, as I said, it is a battery-based applicator, and the battery goes here in the top, has a lid that screws off, and this takes a 9-volt battery, and I'm going to go ahead right now and install that 9-volt battery, so it will be ready to go when we're ready to use it in a little bit. And that just pushes back down into the recess in the handle, and you put the lid back on. Has a nice on-off switch here that is lit whenever it is turned on. Turn it back off here, and of course, you know, the basics of the parts of the static grass applicator are pretty simple. You've got a handle, you've got a hopper here, you've got a charge that comes from inside of the hopper, and it goes through the ground wire, which of course we will touch and connect to the base of what we're applying scenery to. There is one thing I want you to notice about this. As I look at the hopper, I'm going to turn this up, and we'll make sure that we're good and focused here. First of all, this normally comes with 3 different screens of different textures. That's the way it's advertised whenever you see it and whenever you buy it on eBay or from their website. It should come with 3 screens. Now, the one that they sent me, unfortunately, only came with this screen, and this is the coarsest screen, which is not the most ideal for me because I'm an N-scaler, so I mostly use 4mm and 2mm grass. 2 millimeter is going to be hard to use with this. I'm going to be using 4 millimeter for our example today, so we'll see how that works. In many cases, you'll have a metal screen like this, and you'll actually have a wire that's connected to this screen, and the screen is what is charged. In this particular case, that's not the case. The screen is metal here, but you'll notice there's no wire connected to it at all. What you'll see down inside of the hopper is there's a little electrode there. I can touch that now because it's turned off. But this is where the charge comes from. It's up here in well, when it's up this way, the bottom of the hopper. When we're upright using it, it would be the top of the hopper. And so our charge is going to come from there down to the surface where our ground wire will be. Now that could have two effects, one positive and one negative. First, the positive is you won't have to worry so much about shocking yourself if you accidentally touch the screen while you're applying the grass. And anybody who's ever applied static grass with an applicator where the screen is charged, I'm sure you've shocked yourself a time or two doing that. It's pretty hard not to once in a while. That won't be an issue with this particular applicator because the screen itself isn't charged in that way. It's not specifically powered. The possible negative is just the fact that this cup is about 2.5 inches deep, so that's going to make your charge inside of your hopper a little further away from the surface, which might cause a little bit of problem with getting enough static charge to get the grass to really stand up good. We'll see as we apply it. We'll see how that works, but we're going to try that out. Now we're going to load our static grass applicator with some static grass, and in this case I'm using 4 millimeter grass flock, and this is a summer green. I have a lot of this and I don't use it as much as I do some other colors, so it's a good grass for me to use in this case. This grass tends to clump up in the packages that it comes in into these little balls. It kind of separates as you use it, but I like to try to separate it out a little bit into the applicator. Okay, that should be enough. I'll screw my screen back on. Here's the diorama that I'm going to be working on today, and in this case I'm going to use just straight Mod Podge matte as my glue, and I'm going to put some of this grass up here on a fairly level surface, and then we're also going to kind of spread it down the hill to see how it works on a little bit of an incline as well. I'm going to work at just a small section at a time, which is always a good idea with static grass for a variety of reasons. The two most prevalent are the fact that A, you want to keep your ground wire as close to where you're applying your static grass as possible, and B, you don't want to allow your glue to start to kind of skin over before you get your grass into it. So you want to not spread too much glue at once and then have a problem with the grass not sticking to it because it skins over. So we're just going to apply an area here, and I'm kind of in the middle of this diorama, but that'll be okay. I like to try to spread the glue out with a brush by stippling it, which is this kind of action where you're kind of punching the brush into the glue. That helps to kind of spread it out. I don't get little tracks in the glue that way, and it really kind of helps out. Okay, I think that is a good start for us here. Now we're going to bring in our applicator. I'm going to turn the switch on so it's powered. I get my alligator clip, and in this case I'm just going to touch the alligator clip into the glue. You can drive a nail or a pin into the surface if you want to, but really just touching the alligator clip to the glue should do the trick. That should make the electrical connection, and we're going to start applying this static grass. And what I'm seeing immediately is grass is coming out, And some of it is standing up and some of it is kind of laying down. And what's laying down, of course, is kind of down here on the hillside. And that could have some impact on that. And again, the closer you get your applicator to the glue and to the clip, the more static electricity you kind of generate, the stronger the field, and thus the more it'll tend to stand up. Okay, we're going to stop right there for now and take a look at what we have. Turn the applicator off and setting it aside here, cleaning the little bit of glue and grass off of my clip. And then I'm just going to turn this over and kind of dump the excess grass on my cutting mat here. And we'll come back and clean that up a little bit later. But I think as we look at this, I think we got a pretty good application here. Up here on the level parts, you can definitely see that grass is standing up nice and straight. And over here on the hillside, it's kind of standing up at an angle almost perpendicular to the hill. But it's standing up. That's the important thing. The fact that it's standing kind of perpendicular to the hill could have to do with the position of my applicator at the time, because it's going to be attracted in the direction of the applicator, and if your applicator is at an angle, then it's going to be attracted in that kind of an angle. But while this is still wet, I can come in here, I'm just using a single side of a tweezer here, and just teasing it up a little bit. But really, it did a really nice job of applying this static grass, and it really has that wild field grass look, which is good. Now, I said I turned this off, and I did. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to turn it back on, and I'm going to let it just sit here for several minutes, because I want to see how it performs after that battery has been in use over the course of a few minutes. So I'm probably going to just let this sit about 5 minutes. And because I know with the applicator that I had before, again, it was an older one, it was a totally different brand, but with the batteries powered one that I had before, after 5 or 6 minutes of continual use, the batteries would go down enough that it didn't work as well. So we're going to let that set for about 5 minutes and come back and try again and see how it works at that point. I've actually let my applicator set on for about 10 minutes, and I'm going to come back now and apply some more glue. Again, matte medium is what I'm actually using here. Matte medium, Mod Podge matte. And I don't know what I'm going to do with this diorama. It was kind of a little practice diorama, but for the sake of kind of doing something that would be scenically what I would do, I'm going to leave a little space in between those, like there's a little, maybe a trail of dirt there, or possibly a place that I might add some shorter static grass. Apply a little variety. And then this is mostly a flat section here. We'll come down over the hill a little bit, and then of course a steeper section here, and see how this applicator works after that 9-volt battery has been on for, well, all told about 15 minutes now. And once again, we're going to pick it up and apply some static grass. Still using that same 4mm grass that I was using before. May have to add some, because I don't seem to have a lot of grass left in there. Thought I had more than that than I do. But I think there's enough here that's going to give us the idea, because I'm seeing here that even after this has been sitting on for several minutes, really need more grass than that. But you can still see that that grass is really standing up nice and straight, and clearly the battery pack on this particular applicator, it continues to work better over time than the one that I had before. The one I had before, of course, worked off of off of D cell batteries. I don't know if that makes any difference or not. I don't know why that it would. I think it's just a difference in the applicator. This is a little better quality applicator and seems to do a very good job, even with the battery as it's been sitting in constant use for several minutes. So I think we see a very nice job being done by this particular applicator. Again, this is the Warworld Scenics ProGrass Micro that runs off of a 9-volt battery. So my particular opinion is that this grass applicator, the ProGrass Micro from Warworld Scenics, seems to be a very good quality grass applicator, and again, a pretty good price. There are definitely some other applicators that I've used that cost a lot more money than this that don't work as well. And I would definitely say of the few applicators that I've used that are battery powered, this one definitely does the best job of any of the battery powered applicators that I've used. And I would personally recommend it. So the ProGrass Micro from Warworld Scenics is something that you may want to take a look at. You might want to pick one up. Well, I must say that I am pretty impressed with Warworld Scenics ProGrass Micro static grass applicator. For a battery-powered applicator, it is by far one of the best that I have used, and I continued to use it even after what you saw in the demonstration. And on one battery, it worked for a very long time and was still standing the grass up very, very nicely. So this is the kind of grass applicator I would definitely recommend. It's in a nice price range, and it works fantastically. Now, you can find the full line of Warworld Scenics tools and products in the U.S. on their eBay store, and I'm going to put a link to that in the description down below. But this particular tool, the ProGrass Micro, you can also find as my Amazon pick of the week, and I hope you'll check that out in the description down below. It would make a great gift or a good way to spend maybe a little bit of Christmas money that you might run across over the course of the next few weeks. Well, I hope you'll check out the description down below where you'll find those links that I just mentioned, including my Amazon pick of the week, the ProGrass Micro, as well as a link to my Amazon page where you'll find all kinds of great products for model railroading, photography, videography, and much more. You'll also find my MicroMark promo code, which will save you 10% on regularly priced items at micromark.com, the small tool specialist. There are tons of other great links in the description, so be sure and take a moment to check those out before you go. Well, I hope you'll join me each Tuesday as I bring you more great model railroad videos, and I look forward to seeing you then. Lizzie?